Hello friends, so this is the last lecture of this course, and in this lecture I will teach Stokes theorem, that is the another important result from the vector calculus. So Stokes theorem can be seen as a generalization of Green's theorem in three-dimensional space, or better to say that the Green's theorem is a special case of Stokes theorem for a given plane. So let us see, in 36th lecture I told you about Green's theorem, and it was like that: if you are having a vector function v which is having component v1 and v2, where v1 and v2 are functions of x and y, then the line integral over a closed curve means the Green's theorem is v1 dx plus v2 dy, and this integral over a closed curve C which is bounding a region R equals to R del v2 over del x minus del v1 over del y dx dy. Now let us write this result in vector form. So I can write the left hand side the line integral over the closed curve C, and this I can write v dot dr. The right hand side I can write as the curl of v and dot product of it with k dx dy, or I can write simply dA because it is a region in a plane. Okay. So it means del v2 over del x minus del v1 over del y is the k component of the curl of v. Now this is the Green's theorem in vector form. Now we will make some generalization on this particular equation, and we will write the Stokes theorem from here. So replace the closed curve C by another curve, okay, C, which is enclosing an open surface S. For example, if you are having a hemisphere, so a hemisphere will be something like this. So here C will be this curve because this particular curve is enclosing this surface. Now replace this R or line integral by the surface integral, or better to say in this way, the generalization are the space curve C enclosing a region R in a plane can be replaced by the closed curve C bounding on an open smooth orientable surface S. The unit normal N2C can be replaced by the unit outward normal N2 a surface S which having curve C on it. The counterclockwise direction of C can be seen as the outward direction of the normal N. With this generalization in the result of Green's theorem in vector form, we will state the Stokes theorem. So let S be a piecewise smooth orientable surface bounded by piecewise smooth simple closed curve C. So S is the surface which is piecewise smooth orientable, and it is enclosed by a piecewise smooth simple closed curve C. Let V be a vector function having component v1 in I direction, v2 in j direction, and v3 in k direction. Here v1, v2, v3 all are functions of x, y, z. and this vector function v is continuous and has continuous first order partial derivatives in a domain containing S. If C is traverse in positive direction, then the line integral C over the closed curve C v dot dr equals to the surface integral over the surface S curl of v dot product with unit normal vector n into dA. So, here in this Stokes theorem we are having the conversion of a line integral into surface integral or vice versa. So, basically if you want to calculate a surface integral over a surface, you can replace it by a line integral over the closed curve enclosing this surface. So, this is the meaning of Stokes theorem. Now, we will take few example on this theorem. So, first example is evaluate the surface integral S of a vector curl of v dA, where v is given as z square I minus 3xyj and finally plus x cube y cube k, and the surface S is the part of z equals to 5 minus x square minus y square, and above the plane z equals to 1. So, z equals to 1 plane is the lower portion of the surface and upper bound is given by this one. Assume that S is oriented upward. Okay. So, first of all we need to find out, if we want to apply Stokes theorem here, we need to find out the curve which is enclosing this surface. So, here that curve will be in this plane z equals to 1, and what will be this curve? Since the curve is in this plane over this surface, so 1 equals to 5 minus x square minus y square. So, from here the enclosing curve will be x square plus y square equals to 4 and z equals to 1. Okay. And I told you why I am taking this curve as the enclosing curve. Now, what I am having, the parametric equation of this curve can be written as 2 cos t plus 2 sin t j plus z is 1 k. So, here dr over dt will become minus 2 sin t I plus 2 cos t j plus okay, k is 0, k component is 0. Now, so I am having dr over dt. By the Stokes theorem I can write the surface integral del cross V dot n dA equals to this line integral. Now I need to calculate this thing. Okay. So here del cross V dot n dA, V dot dr. Okay. My V dot dr can be written as C V dot dr over dt into dt. So for this I need to write V also in terms of t, and then I have to calculate the dot product of it with dr over dt. So this comes out to be line integral over the closed curve C, and V dot dr over dt becomes minus 2 sin t minus 24. Here I am having x y, so 12 into 2, and it comes out to be sin t cos square t. dt, and here t is from 0 to 2 pi because curve is a closed curve. So this equals to 0 to 2 pi. So this will be, when I will solve this, this will be sin t will become cos minus cos t. So it will be 2 cos t 0 to 2 pi minus 24. If I take cos t as z or cos t as let us say theta, so I got minus sin t dt as d theta. I am having minus sin t here dt also, so that will be replaced by d theta. So minus minus will become plus, it will be cos cube t over t 3, and then 0 to 2 pi. So cos 2 pi is 1, 1 minus 1 0, similarly here 1 minus 1 0, the answer is 0. So the value of this integral is 0, and basically if I will do it in a straightforward way without using the Stokes theorem, first I need to calculate del cross V, then I need to calculate the normal vector n over this surface. Here also surface will be having two portions, this and this. I need to calculate the surface integral separately on both the surfaces, so that will be a lengthy process. However, by using the Stokes theorem I can do it in this simple way. So that is one of the application of Stokes theorem. Let us take another example, and in this example we are having verify Stokes theorem for the vector field V equals to 3x minus yi minus 2yz square j minus 2y square z k, and the surface S is the hemisphere x square plus y square plus z square equals to 16, and it is the hemisphere above the xy plane as z is greater than equals to 0. So now Stokes theorem is V dot dr equals to del cross V dot n dA. First let us take left hand side. My V is given as 3x minus y into I minus 2yz square j minus 2y square z k, and the surface S is the hemisphere x square plus y square plus z square equals to a square, z is greater than equals to 0. Here A is radius, let us take something, let us take a equals to 4, so a square is 16. So now it is a hemisphere above xy plane. So what we are having, the enclosing curve, so it is something so it will be like this. So enclosing curve will be a circle in xy plane and circle of radius 4. So here my C is x square plus y square equals to 4. So as we have done in earlier case, RT will become 2 cos t I plus 2 sin t j, that is all, because z is 0 there in xy plane. So z is 0, so plus I can write 0 times k, dr over dt will become minus 2 sin t I plus 2 cos t j. V dot dr over dt will become, so V is 3x minus I y, so 3 into 2 6 cos t minus 2 sin t. So 6 cos t minus 2 sin t, this is the component V1 of V and dot product with I component of this, so minus 2 sin t plus there it is 2y z square, z is 0, so everything is 0. Now this is my V dot dr over dt, so let us evaluate it, 0 to 2 pi, this will be my closed curve. So left hand side is t equals to 0 to 2 pi and then minus 12 cos t sin t minus minus plus 4 sin square t dt. Let us solve it. After solving it, you will get it as 16 pi. So 16 pi is the value of left hand side for this given vector V and this given surface, means the line integral over the enclosing curve of this surface S. Now we need to evaluate the other side, that is right hand side, and if the right hand side equals to 16 pi, then the theorem is verified for the given data. So LHS equals to 16 pi. Now I will calculate right hand side. So for calculating right hand side, first of all I need del cross V. So let us calculate del cross V. So this equals to I j k del by del x del by del y del by del z and then 3x minus y minus 2y z square minus 2y square z. This equals to I del by del y of this, so minus 4 yz plus del by del minus minus plus del by del z of this, so plus 4 yz. So I component is 0. Similarly, I will try to find out j component. So j component is del by del z of this, so 0 minus 0. plus k component. So, k component is del by del x of this, that is 0, minus del by del y of this. So, minus minus plus, so it will become 0 plus 1. So, curl of V is k. So, curl of V equals to k. Now, I need to calculate S k dot n dA. First of all, I need to calculate n. So, f is given as x square plus y square plus z square minus 16 equals to 0. So, grade f or del f will become 2xi plus 2yj plus 2zk, and unit normal vector to this surface will become 2xi plus 2yj plus 2zk upon square root of this. So, 4 2 and square root of x square plus y square plus z square. So, 2 will be cancelled out. So, unit normal vector n will be 1 upon a xi plus yj plus zk. So, this is the unit normal vector to surface. Now, k dot n will become z upon a. So, this equals to z upon a dA over the surface S. Now, I need to project this surface on either on xy plane, yz plane or zx plane. Let us project it on xy plane. So, on the xy plane dA will become dx dy upon n dot k. This is also n dot k. So, this will become over a region R, where R is, so projection of this on xy plane, it will be a circle x square plus y square for square this disc. So, this equals to, so right hand side equals to theta, r will move from 0 to 4, theta will go from 0 to 2 pi r dr d theta, because these two things will be cancelled out. It will become 1 by 2 r square 0 to 4 into 2 pi. So, 2 will be cancelled out, it comes out to be 16 phi. Left hand side is 16 phi, right hand side is 16 phi. So, both are equal and hence Stokes theorem is verified. So, in this lecture we have learned about Stokes theorem, we have taken few example of Stokes theorem and we have verified it for a given V and a given surface S. With this I will end this lecture. However, since it is my last lecture, so for this course, so I need to acknowledge few people. First of all, I would like to thank the NPTEL team of IIT Roorkee, all the people here in education technology cell who are the part of this course. Especially I would like to thank Sharath, who is the person who is recording this course. I am also thankful to my teaching assistant Farhan, who is a PhD student also under me. So, he is working continuously with me for this course. Thank you very much.